Assalamualaikum to our lecturer, Sir Hasanuddin Hassan. I'm Muhammad Ashraf and I'm from Group 1 to present about how the work Henri Foyal, Max Weber and Abraham Maslow influence management today. Weber was born in 1864 in Germany and grew up during the periods when government, industry and culture were changed by industrialization. Weber wanted to know why industrial capitalism was successful in some countries and not in other countries. He believed that the large-scale organizations such as factories and government departments were a characteristics of capitalism economics. Weber was convinced that organization based on relation authority, where authority was given to the most competent and qualified people, would be more efficient than those based on who you know. Weber identified 6 characteristics of roles of a bureaucracy, which is hierarchical management structure, division of labor, formal selection process, career orientation, formal rules and regulation, and impersonality. In 1941, Henri Foyal was born in Turkey. He encountered much of the same organization innovation in Europe that interested Weber. He thought he was older than Weber. Foyal has a clear management inability to schedule or coordinate the jobs. Following this, Foyal starts experimenting the various systems of management. He considers his thought and experience into a series of tasks and principles of management, which he published into the books Generals and Industrial Management in 1960. Duties involved into the 4 functions of management, such as planning, organizing, leading, and controlling.
Good evening. Now I'm going to talk about Henri Foyal and Max Weber viewpoint about the approach in today's context. Max Weber and Henri Foyal were both key figures of the 20th century and had similar ideas of administrative management theories. First, we have bureaucratic theory. Bureaucratic theory means the person in charge or the manager is the one who are an expert in a certain aspect. Employees who are very good at their department are chosen to lead their group because they are familiar on how the department works and know exactly what to do to guide his or her subordinate to a better success. This approach is often used in today's era. The second one is authority. Authority is the legitimate power that a person or a group of persons consensually possess and practice over other people. Managers must have the authority to give orders, but they must also keep in mind that authority comes responsibility. Said Max Weber, each office should be controlled and supervised by a higher ranking office. This authority is still practiced in today's organization because it's still useful for a better and clear hierarchy. And the last one is equity and equality. Equity and equality is important because managers should always be fair to staff, both maintaining discipline as necessary and acting with kindness where appropriate. Max Weber said, the principles focus on the equality of all employees who are judged by the rules, regulations, and rights of the employees set by the organization. Similar to Henri Foyal, provide a sense of fair judgment and uniform treatment to all employees. Till this day, equity and equality are still important to form a disciplined, fair, and justice organization in the office. Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum sir, my name is Muhammad Raif. I will present about related examples Henri Foyal and Max Weber. Different Max Weber and Henri Foyal administrative. Foyal's attention was direct at the activity of all managers. He was the managing director of a large French coal mining company. He developed 14 principles of management that could be taught in school and applied to all organization situations. Foyal presented three principal ideas about management. First, Foyal stressed out the need of unity of command, that company management should speak with only voice. Second, notable consideration was recognition that workers focus on the social. Third important aspect of Foyal's work was its emphasis on the nation of justice. Max Weber. He developed a theory of authority, structure and relation. He described an ideal type of organization, bureaucracy, a form of organization characterized by division of labor, a clearly defined hierarchy, detailed rule and regulation, impersonal relationship. It was an attempt to formulate an ideal prototype for organization. Principle of the ideal bureaucracy. First, special rules. Two, requirement based on the merit. Three, uniform principle of placement. Five, criticism with systematic structure. Six, hierarchy, responsibility and accountability. Seven, supremacy of abstract rules. Eight, impersonal authority. Conclusion. Both Foyal and Weber made significant contributions to management. Foyal's ideas are the basis of modern strategy, as he attempts to understand what activity managers should do. His ideas inform management thoughts in terms of the various rules the management need to undertake to ensure management should make decisions based on the policy rather than whim. We can see that both main ideas about structure are the line of our authority continue to have great influence in management today.
Hi everyone, now I want to talk about the advantage and disadvantage of Henri Foyal and Max Weber administration approach to management. For the first advantage in Henri Foyal approach is divide the work among the workers. Secondly is balance the authority and responsibilities among the workers and management. For the third one is the level of discipline must be followed by the workers to smooth the organization works. The fourth one is pay the workers salary properly to make them happy working in workplace. The second one is we can talk about the disadvantage of Henri Foyal in management. So the first point is it's based on human application. Second one is reliance on experience. The third one is untested assumption. And the last point is unintended consequences. When we see the Max Weber advantages, we can talk about the specialization, well-defined structure of relationship among management and workers, and also uniformity of actions, rationality of behaviors, and then predictability of behaviors, and also efficiency. Okay, for the disadvantage of Max Weber approach in management, we can talk about this in a workplace, and then no mutual understanding among workers and management also. And the sixth one is mechanical treatment, and the last one is empire building. That is the disadvantage we can talk about Max Weber approach in management. So that's it from me. Thank you.
Of needs put forward by Maslow is considered to be something logical and simple. Maslow sees the individual as something that integrated and fits the world. Maslow's theory has to do with personality and emphasizes some assumptions related to motivation. Maslow argued that there are a number of internal needs that motivate and direct the behavior exhibited by individuals. The Maslow needs show the hierarchy form. The lowest level is psychological needs, safety needs, love and belonging, esteem needs, and the higher level is self-actualization. Abraham Maslow viewpoint about the approach into this context. This will create some management theories that are more focused on employees. Firstly, psychology. Employees need to earn a salary and basic conditions in the work environment. Next, the level of security. Employees do not have to worry about their own safety when it comes to work. Social needs, especially to new employees, they don't know their co-workers and also the new work environment that they have experienced. Requirement for self-esteem has to do with the need for employees to be respected and given the opportunity to respect others. Self-actualization. Employees want to be the best at what they do, and the job of a manager is to help them realize that with self-actualization, employees will be trusted and able to control.
Abraham Maslow related example. A lot of company nowadays has been applied Abraham Maslow theory in their business, and even biggest company nowadays also use Abraham Maslow theory in their management. Example, first stage psychological. Asia is one of the biggest company in the airlines industry. Apply psychological needed in their company, which is they provide meals for every staff and also they provide lunch at office building if their staff want to sleep or rest and playing some games. Second stage is safety. Asia Airline has been provide the medical insurance for all their staff. This will be protect their workers' safety. Third stage is social. Asia designed their office with open workspace to ensure every staff will communicate with each staff to improve their relationship and environment. It will also improve performance of their work. Third stage is esteem. Asia apply award system in their organization. This is related with Maslow's hierarchy theory. This system will make employee feels value and important in their organization, and it will make them work hard to improve their performance. And the last stage is self-actualization. Asia companies will this level of needs. They provide airline service that allow consumers to travel around place they wish to visit.
Okay, this is the advantage. The first advantage is easy to understand. The biggest advantage of the most significant advantage of Maslow's motivation theory is that the theory is very easy to understand by employees and managers who manage the company, and even the unrelated public can understand the related this theory because we all go through obstacles or a level of pyramid needs throughout our life. Second is it takes into account human nature. Another advantage of this theory is that it gives consideration to the basic human nature that demands more things because low level needs are successfully to be met by the individual. In the management system, it can be seen when an employee wants to make a decision based on the two options given. Based on the two options, the more important needs to be selected by follow by the will. The last is related in all fields. This is relevant in almost all areas of life because whether you are at home or in your office, start with basic necessities such as food, clothing, and shelter. In the management, individuals who have been successful in completing the required work within the stipulated period should be given an award for
an award or reward to him to work harder. Okay, this is the disadvantages. First, not all individuals think the same way. The biggest weakness of this system is that not all individuals are able to think the same way. For example, some of the people thinks that love and social respect are more important, and some of the another people thinks that security needs is the more important than love and social respect. Okay, second is the cultural difference. There are difference when this theory apply to different country, because every nation or country has a different culture. Okay, third is difficult to measure. This is very difficult to measure the satisfaction obtained after meeting each level of need. This is because it will be create a subjective nature, because it is related to the human mind that cannot be predicted by any machine or method user.
In conclusion, it can be shown that all methods have their benefits and disadvantages in their specific approach. The concept of lean manufacturing, quality development, and just-in-time have their origins. Into the management situation, it is important that the varied desire that inspire workers and brings about work fulfillment must be considered. Successful full organization adopt structure that are an appropriate response to a number of variables or contingents which influence both of needs of organization and how it works. It can be concluded that in today management practice, aspect of both technique must be present. The most significant consider should be the behavior or humanistics approach to a management. Thank you.